Hi guys, it is, or should be Wednesday, May 20th, and today we're going to talk about some of your word of the day words, just to review them a little bit, and then I'm going to introduce a couple of new ones, actually I think three, and we'll talk about how to read those words and what they mean and so on. And I also want to make sure that you recognize how we would I also want to make sure that you would recognize how we mark them. So let's review some of the word of the day words we've had fairly recently. Okay. So first we have some 5-letter words, 5-phoneme words, however you want to refer to them. Back a while ago, we did a few that were beginning and ending blends. So we have the word slept. Slept is a word that begins with a blend and ends with a blend. And if you tap it out correctly, slept, slept, that's what you hear. You can't really tell there's a P in it, which is what makes it a little bit tricky. We know the word slept means that you were asleep in the past. You got a good rest. So you would use it in a sentence like, I slept late this morning. Then we have the word trust, trust. Again, with 5 phonemes. Here's the word trust. The word trust means that you can depend on someone. I trust you to do a good job with this. You are excellent at this, so I trust you. What you say is usually honest and true, so I trust you. Here we have the word strap. This is a 5-phoneme word, except that there's a beginning blend with 3 letters and then a single consonant at the end. So we tap this out, strap, strap. And this word means something, a piece of fabric or mesh that is used to hold something in place. That is a strap. So I put a strap on my book bag, or I put the strap over my shoulder would be a good sentence. Over here we have these words that have suffix S on them. We're again looking at words that have 5 main letters. And as I told you, when you are writing words that have a suffix, always write the word without the suffix and then add the suffix, or even read the word without the suffix, then add the suffix. So this first word, B-L-B-L-F, we have an F at the end. If we don't listen for the suffix, we have an F at the end, which means we need to use the bonus letter, the other F. So this word bluff, and then add the suffix S, bluffs. And I believe we discussed this. A bluff is something that it could mean a hill. A bluff is a hill. Or it could also mean that you trick somebody. He bluffs me when he tells me that he's building a snowman in July. Then we have the word thinks. Now, depending on how you look at it, you can see that there's a glued sound, I-N-K. But if you look at it a little bit differently, there's a digraph at the beginning and a blend at the end. So we tap it out, ink, if you tap out the glued sound, inks. Now, again, write the word, spell the word, say the word without the suffix, then add the suffix. Here we have drills, and again, it's really important to remember that you don't put the suffix, otherwise you'll miss the fact that there should be a bonus letter L. And we have that tricky beginning beginning blend, drill, which sounds a lot like CHR, drill. But you have to remember, you have to learn, it's DR. Then we have spells, sp, sp, spells. Again, leave the suffix S off. And remember that there's a bonus letter. The word spells, as you know, is what you do when you write words correctly. Drills involves putting a hole in something, or it could be a practice, a drill. People do a drill for practice for a fire, if there were a fire, so we have a fire drill. Here we are with some more words that have suffix s. Blinks has a blend at the beginning, and then our glued sound ink rhymes with thinks. But again, you want to remember to write that word without the suffix, add the suffix after you've written it, spelled it, or even said it. Blinks, blinks. Here we have a beginning blend and an ending blend. Clumps. Clumps are big piles of something that are all together. A clump of grapes. There were some clumps of grapes. There were some clumps of dirt on the ground would be a good sentence. Here again, can't stress this enough. If you are spelling words, always leave off the suffix and then add it in later. This word is thrill. We have a digraph blend at the beginning, so we have and then we have to remember, I'm going to add a bonus letter because it's an L. Thrill-ing. And then you have suffix ing. Here we have and thrilling, of course, means very exciting. It's thrilling, it's thrilling. Here we have blending. Blending. Once again, leave that suffix off and write it out. And blend, and then you can add your suffix ing. Here we have the word planted. Again, when you tap it out, you should listen for all the sounds. And planted. And you might notice there's a glued sound in that word as well. If that helps you to sound it out or to spell it correctly, by all means, remember that. Over here were our vowel consonant E syllables. Remember that vowel consonant E words are words that have a vowel, an A, an E, an I, an O, a U, followed by a consonant and then the E. When we have a vowel consonant E syllable, the vowel says its name and the E says nothing. So if we tap this out, if we left this off, that word would say tap, but we put an E on the end, so the A is going to say its name. So when we tap it out, we go tape, tape. That's the word. Here, you have an E at the end, making the O say its name, O. So when we tap it out, we've got globe. The E says nothing, globe. We would mark it by crossing out the E, putting a long line over the O, it's called a macron, and underlining the G and the L. Then we have swipe, again tapping it out, and the I is going to say its name because we have an E at the end, a vowel consonant E. Swipe, no E sound. It's a vowel consonant E syllable. You would put a line over the I and cross out the E. Here we have brave. Oh, swipe. Sorry, I forgot. Tape. I tape the picture to my paper. Globe. I looked for Africa on the globe. Swipe. Did you swipe the things off the table? So that's a good question. And then we get to this word, brave. And if you tap it out, you're going to go brave. Brave. Cross out the E, put a line over the A, and this is a vowel consonant E syllable, and then you have your blend at the beginning, BR. Now, we get to adding a suffix S to these vowel consonant E syllables. This is vitally important that you don't put the suffix until you've written the word and thought about, ooh, I should probably have a silent E at the end. This word, tribe, be careful, TR, it's got the tribe. So if you're trying to spell it, you're going to tap out those sounds. Remember that it's IB, so I have to have an E at the end. Then you can add your suffix S, and then you have the word tribes. Here is the word rules. With the word rules, you're going to remember, again, leave the suffix off. Write the word rule, and if you're writing the word rule, you're going to hear that U sound, and you're going to know that you need to add an E. Ooh. Otherwise, it would say roll. Rule, and then add your suffix S. Today we're going to add a couple of words that are two-syllable words. And remember, when you have two-syllable words, it helps to, if you're not sure what the word is, to cover one of the parts of the word. So the first word we're going to look at is actually could be considered a compound word. So let's look at it. Here we have, if you look closely, you're going to see there is a word. That word is up. Then we're going to cover up this side and we have the word set. If we put up and set together, the word is upset. I am upset that you broke that. Upset is a word that means that you're feeling angry or frustrated. Upset is often something we use to convey to somebody that we've responded negatively to something. So that is the word upset. If we were to mark it, we would put a line underneath up, another line scoop underneath set, put a brev or short sound over the U, short sound over the E. These are both closed syllables, so we put a C and a C, and this says upset. That's how we would mark it. And as I said, you could use it in a sentence. I was upset when you left me behind, or something like that. The next word we have, again, this is one of those words where you can look and see two consonants in the middle. Generally, when there's two consonants in the middle, that's where we divide the word, or we split the word. So we're going to scoop under here after the B, and that'll mean that we put a short mark, a brev mark over the U. We scoop under the MIT, we put a brev mark over the I. Both are closed syllables, so we put C underneath. When we say the word, it says submit. Submit. That would probably be something you see on the computer. If you're turning something in on the computer, you generally push something that says submit. It means to give something to somebody else, to turn it in. So a good sentence would be, I will submit my homework to my teacher. So we're going to add that as another two-syllable word. Now, this last one that I want to do today, I believe I mentioned in our word marking practice, this is one of those words that has only one consonant in the middle. Generally, you want to split it after that consonant, but not always. So you have to be really, really careful about the way you look at it. So if we split it right after the I, that means this would be an open syllable, and the I would have the long line, which means it would say its name, I. That means that would say lie. And then over here, the second syllable would be M. The I would have a short mark because it's followed by another consonant. So this would be closed syllable. This would have an O for open syllable, and it would say limit. I personally don't know a word, limit, so I'm going to try and do it differently. This time I'm going to scoop after the M and scoop after the T, so I have my two syllables. This means the I would be short, it's closed. This is, the I would be short, it's closed, so let's try saying it with both eyes closed. Oh, it's interesting, both eyes closed. Limit, limit. So that word is limit. Limit means the edges of something, or as far as you can go. So a good sentence would be, you only can work within the let's make it a single word. I will limit your time to finish this test. Limit. Okay, so that is another two-syllable word that forces us to consider where we're going to split it. Okay, so those are our new word of the day words for today. I might be adding some more very soon. It's really important, again, to remember that you're going to tap things out and listen for all the sounds in all the words. All right, that's it for today. Bye.